Hey everyone, this is dietitian Aparna and welcome to my channel Diet Done Right with Aparna. I cannot even tell you how many times has that happened with me that I had patients, I had clients coming to me and they feel proud, they feel accomplished that they have picked something healthy like multigrain bread. And some of you might be thinking as I'm talking, yeah, that is a good thing. They have picked something nutritious. They have picked something healthy. Multigrain bread. What is wrong with that now? So, me being as a dietitian, as a food expert, just by a product that says multigrain, I cannot comment on the nutritional value of the product. So today I will be talking about the misleading nutrition labels and how we get fooled by them all the time. How many times have you seen cholesterol-free produce or cholesterol-free fruits and vegetables or gluten-free water or natural soda or 100% whole grain cookies? These are just some of the many examples, many claims that the foods make. But just by looking at them, we can so easily be fooled by the quality, by the nutritional value of the food. So let's start looking at some of the common ones. Multigrain to start with. So what is wrong with how can I not tell if it is healthy or not? So the word multigrain, it means that it contains many grains. It contains more than one type of grain. But does that make it healthy? No. We know that white rice is a grain and then corn is a grain, but these are not healthy grains. Similarly, most of the times when it's a multi-grains, the grains are refined. They are not the whole grains. So it's the whole grain that makes the difference. Just because multi-grain putting 20 grains, 25 grains in there does not mean anything about the nutritional value of the food. If it says made with whole grain, then also it can be a little tricky because made with whole grain, then look into the ingredients. If the whole grain is one of first, second, or the third kind of the if it is on the first three ingredients in the ingredients list, then it means that it is in good amount, it is in good proportion. But if it is somewhere down in the end of the ingredient list, then the amount of the whole grain that is used is not enough. It will not get you any of the benefits. So read the labels, read the ingredients list. Like if it is made with whole grain, where is that whole grain falling on the list? Next one is the organic. A lot of times we get fooled just by looking at the food. It says organic. That means healthy. Not exactly. For example, what do you think about organic sugar? What do you think about organic potatoes made with organic chips made with organic potatoes, organic salt, and organic oils? Does that make it any healthier? I bet not. There was a research done by USDA, and they asked many people, and about 70% of the people, they claim that every time they saw anything organic, they assume that the food is safer, that the food is more nutritious, and the food is of higher nutritional value. This is like we all get fooled by all the time by reading just because it says organic. It literally does not mean anything. I have made a whole video on picking up the organic foods, what to pick and what not, so you can go to my list and you can look for that video. What next is no added sugar. Some products, they are naturally high in sugar, so they do not need to have sugar in them, right? Like look, think about it, the orange juice or pineapple juice. These juices are already so sweet. Why would anybody add more sugar to them? And in the front of it, if it says no added sugar, like why was the need to add sugar at the first place, right? Sometimes they are not adding any sugar, but they are substituting it with unhealthy artificial sweeteners. So that is another thing. Sometimes instead of adding the juice, I'm sorry, instead of adding the sugar, they will add the concentrated fruit juice as a sweetener. So yes, they have not added any sugar, excuse me, but they have added a concentrated juice which is doing the same purpose as the sugar would do. Gluten free is another big thing nowadays. Gluten is a protein that is present in wheat, and the people who cannot tolerate it, or because of some medical conditions, if you have to be gluten free, you have to be gluten free. But if you are picking gluten free just because you are thinking that is healthier for you, unfortunately, that may not be always true, because majority of the times when we are replacing gluten in a food, we are like the industries, they are replacing it with mostly like the foods that are high in simple carbohydrate. They are replacing it with simple starches or unhealthy fats and sugar. So just because it is gluten free, so they have not used, and maybe they have not used any wheat, rye, or barley, which are the gluten containing grains, but they might have used potato starch. They might have used um, rice flour. So those are unhealthier options. So it's better to, if you can tolerate gluten, if there's no reason to be avoiding gluten, it's better to go for the whole wheat or whole grains instead of going the gluten free. What is the next thing is the fruit flavored. This especially when we go into the kids aisle, when we are picking foods or the snacks for the kids, a lot of the food products they will say fruit flavored, or even in the yogurt aisle we see strawberry flavored yogurt or fruit flavor. But does that mean that they contain the fruit? No, it just means that it contains the flavor, which could be a chemically designed flavor also. It does not have to be natural. A lot of products from big companies like General Mills, they have fruit snacks that says fruit flavored. Look at this look at this label on the screen. What is this? This is strawberry fruit roll-ups. They look like healthy, right? But no, let's start looking at the ingredient list. It is made from pears from concentrate, corn syrup, and dried corn syrup. First three ingredients are nothing but sugar, and sugar derived from the corn or the corn syrup. And if you look at the whole ingredient list, this is all sugar. So that does not make it any healthy. That has like literally zero value. It is more negative than being any positive at all. So again, read the nutrition labels, just don't go by the front of the what it says. Other big thing is zero trans fats. As per FDA, any food product that has less than zero point 0.5 grams of trans fats per serving can be labeled as containing 0 grams of trans fat. If it has zero point 0.4, it can be labeled as 0 because they have rounded it to 0 now. So if you are picking something that says, if you look at this label, it says 0 trans fat. But if we look into the ingredients, it does have ingredients that can be like that can contain trans fats. And similarly, if you see, it says only one um, 0 grams trans fat per serving. But what if you're eating two servings? What if you're picking up more than two, three different kinds of foods in a day that have um, zero point 0.4 grams of trans fats, that at the end of the day you are eating more than 1 or 2 grams of trans fats combined together. So if you had to go just by the front, you did not have any trans fat, but if you look into the details, yes, you had trans fats in your diet. And there are many studies that show that people like they just look at 0 grams of trans fat per serving, but actually that does not mean that it actually contains none of the trans fats. Okay, so that was it for today. I hope it was helpful. I know picking up foods is not easy. You need to be working as a detective to find foods that are healthy, that are good for you. I'll keep making these videos. I will try to keep you updated and try to help you with picking the foods as much as I can. And yeah, well, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much again. Bye.